All right. So first of all, royal thoughts of Your Highness today. We are on the 9 pound hammer. You know what we do, but we're gonna give a shout out and blow this one for the legend Chad Boseman, aka T'Challa, aka Black Panther. Man, he was a dope actor. I really didn't know too much of his work except for Black Panther. I know he did 42. I've never really seen that. I've seen some of the James Brown movie, but not the whole thing. But I want to say, he was a legend. He did a lot of, saying that movie Black Panther alone was epic to the point to where that alone, you got to tip your hat and salute him for that. Um, Now, let me address, I didn't even name this damn thing, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. So let me address the conspiracy theories, though, real quick, man. Because I understand that, especially with the internet, everybody's all caught up on conspiracies and there's these rituals and they're sacrificing and all this crazy shit. But can we at least have some common sense? Matter of fact, before we even start with the common sense, can we at least have some respect? You know what I'm saying? Like every time somebody dies, then, the first thing people start running with are these conspiracy theories and this and that. It's a ritualistic sacrifice. And then you start coming up with these numbers and making them add up to bullshit. And God forbid there's some numbers that actually are coincidental. And that's disrespectful to the family. Because imagine having to lose, your husband or your father or your brother or, somebody that's close to you. And then online, all you see is a bunch of bullshit when they just seen him die right in front of their eyes. You guys are talking about he was killed and sacrificed, but he had stage 4 colon cancer. Chances are, come on, he died at home with his family. I mean, and then let's just keep it real. This is no disrespect, but like when you do sacrifices, what I'm saying? You look in the Bible and all these other different forms of sacrifice. Isn't the cliche that you're supposed to be a virgin or you're supposed to be, basically young, strong, untouched, pure, all stuff like that. So what's the purpose of sacrificing someone who's already going to probably die soon? Like just common sense. So show some respect. If anything, and not only that, it's a waste of time because all it is spookism. And the people who are yelling these conspiracies, not just about Chad, but about any time we have these redundant, crazy conspiracy theories, there's never any solutions. So all you're really doing is spooking people out to do anything. What you're doing is you're making the Wizard of Oz so powerful and mighty that no one can come against it. You know what I'm saying? Because how are you going to fight against Illuminati shape-shifting reptilians from underground? How are you going to fight against that? How are you going to fight against that how are you going to fight against a system that has aliens that's giving them information to control the world? How are you going to fight against those kind of things? So you're not being practical. And the most people who are saying these kind of things are people who will never get involved in things. And what you're doing is you're trying to scare people into not getting involved. That's psychological warfare. That's kind of like shocking up. That's where you scare. That's a tactic where the enemy will scare their ops to the point where they don't even think they can win. And they'll just give up or just won't even fight against them. And that's the same type of thing that happens when you say that, man. If anything, we should be celebrating and saluting this dude because he brought some things, some dope pieces of work. The epic Black Panther, which no matter what some of you naysayers said, that was epic, man. It showed Africa in a dope light. It gave inspiration to the youth. It showed the conflicts that need to be resolved internally between African Americans and Africans on the continent. There's a lot of different things and discussions that brought up. You know what I'm saying? That was powerful. It gave a lot of pride to Africans all over the world. So, but maybe the conversation, instead of these conspiracies, maybe the conversation is to be more practical in dealing with things like colon cancer. Because obviously these cancers are hitting people younger and younger. Maybe we need to investigate that. Is it diet? Maybe we need to investigate different ways that we could deal with that. Or perhaps, prompt some of us brothers to get checked for this a little bit earlier, because if you can go out at 42, 43, however old he was, maybe we need to be getting checked for that. Maybe some of us who kind of have different discrepancies or stigmas against being checked, like self included, maybe the conversation be tilted towards something that'd be productive and beneficial. Maybe we should use, if the death brings the energy of what you're speaking upon with the sacrifice, maybe we should use that energy to mobilize us to do something that's beneficial and use his example to do just that. Maybe that should be the conversations that we have. Because a lot of this, Illuminati conspiracy theories, it doesn't even really make sense. It really doesn't. And it definitely doesn't benefit. And it's usually coming from people who aren't going to get involved and have no solution. So let me just give a shout out and a salute and rest in peace and, condolences to the family and all that. It's terrible. We won't have a Black Panther 2 with Chad Boseman in it, unless they already shot it. But, just it's incredible what he was able to do going through, these chemotherapies. Maybe we should use it. Maybe we should hold him up for that. But let's not disrespect his family by implying things that you don't know. It's like some of these conspiracy theories, when they say these things, it's like they're implying that they know more than the actual families or people that actually know the person. Because I've seen conspiracy theories and hoax videos made about people I actually knew. I've actually seen that. And it's just out of hand. So anyway, with all that super woke shit, man, let's cut it out. Show some respect. Anyway, I'm out.